What's up guys, welcome to the new video. In this one I'll be showing you two great businesses you can use to become a millionaire in GTA 5. These businesses are very good, especially when you are playing GTA 5 alone and you're doing it solo. These are one of the best solo methods you can do in the game. Actually, they are the two best solo methods in my opinion for making money in GTA Online. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and like button, and if you want to find people to play with, go ahead and join my Discord. That would be in the link of the description, so go ahead and check that out, and let's get straight into the video. Okay, so the first method I'll be covering is vehicle cargo. Vehicle cargo is a very efficient and quick solo money method. So as you can see, I have so many cars in my warehouse, and the method with this is to only sell your top range cars. If you get a standard range car or a mid-range car, you keep them in the warehouse, you do not sell them. And the reason you do this is if you hoard enough standard range and mid-range cars, you do not source anything but top range cars. So now I made it so every time I source a vehicle, it is only top range, and that is so I can make the most amount of money. So you just keep the standard and mid-range cars. So now I'll be showing you how to source vehicle cargo and how the business works in general. It is very simple and very quick. So you want to start up a mission from your office, or you can do this from your arcade. And once you are in your office, go on your computer and select source a vehicle. As you can see, I got a top range car because I stored the standard and mid-range cars, so I only get top ranges. The missions are fairly simple. Here you just go ahead and you go to a car that is surrounded by cops and you just go ahead and steal it. It's pretty simple. And you can also call Lester in these missions. So right here I have 3 stars, and you don't have to lose the cops, you can just go ahead and call Lester. So as you can see, I'm delivering the car right now. This mission took around 5 minutes, very quick, and now all I have to do is go ahead and sell it. So I'm gonna make my way to my computer, and there's a few things you need to know before selling the vehicle. You should know that you want to be in a public session. If you're in a private one all by yourself, some NPCs will come after you and they'll shoot up your car and it'll take up a lot of damage and it will cost you a lot of money. Also, once you're in a public session, you want to make sure it's a chill public session. There's not too many oppressors flying around and stuff, and you want to make sure there's a decent amount of people in it because you can make extra money. So I'm going to export the top range vehicle I just stole to Specialist Dealer every time. It's going to cost you 20 grand up front, but that's fine. Now you want to go ahead and customize the car. It doesn't matter what you do here. And after you customize the car, you're going to drive it to the dealer. So a good strategy is when you're in a public session, call Lester and hover over the option to go off the radar. So if you're near an oppressor, if you're near someone in a jet or something like that, and you think he's coming after you, you can go ahead and choose the option to go off the radar, like I am doing right here. There's oppressors flying over me and I go off the radar. They can't see me on the map, so they won't attack me. It's just a safe option to do, and I was able to successfully deliver the car with barely any damage to it. I lost probably 130 bucks. As you can see, I made around $150,000 because I had extra people in the session that made me an extra 50 grand. So minus the 20 grand I spent to customize it, I made a net profit of $130,000, and I did this in around 10 to 15 minutes. This is very efficient. So now what you can do is the next business, which is the KO Perico heist, and you do this through the Kosatka. I recommend doing this after you sell a vehicle because there's a cooldown and you can just go back and forth. So this is by far the best solo, if not overall the best money method in GTA 5 is to do the KO Burrito heist. It was nerfed a couple of times, with them lowering the payout and making the heist a lot harder, but it is still one of the best. So I'm going to show you a quick guide on how to effectively do this heist. So you want to obviously scope out your primary target, and you want to find some secondary targets too. If you want, you can search the island for the best loot, which is the cocaine. That is the best, it gets you the most money, and this is only if you're doing it solo. If you're not, you can just find gold and all of that. But to save time, I'm gonna go into the hangar first. I value the time more than finding the best loot, because it is not worth searching the island for the best loot when you can just go to the airport and find some good loot in here in the hangar. So you want to use this forklift and take this crate and lift it up like this. This is so you're able to hop over this fence right here, so you can find a spot where secondary targets will spawn. So you don't necessarily have to take pictures of the targets, because you already know they're here and you know how to find them, but I'm just going to do that anyway. And there is some extra loot on the bottom floor too. So that is really it. That is enough loot to fill up my inventory during the heist. And once I made my way to the cell tower, I was able to access the cameras and find my primary target, which is Bear Bonds. That is the second worst, right ahead of Tequila. I only recommend restarting the heist and restarting the scope out mission if you get Tequila. So you want to use the long fin as your approach vehicle, that is the boat, and you want to do all these missions, including the cutting torch for the equipment. And for the weapon loadout, you want to do aggressor. I believe that is the best one, and it doesn't really matter. And you should buy suppressors. I believe there's a way to get those for free, but I'm just gonna buy them. They're only $5,000. And for disruption, I don't recommend doing this. It's just better to restart the heist if you fail during the heist. If you want to do it, go ahead. I only recommend doing it if you're not the best at the game or you're very new to the game and this heist. But overall, I never really do disruption. I feel like it's a waste of time, and I do the heist very stealth anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So the setups are very straightforward. I'm not going to record that because I'm sure all of you will figure out how to do that. The setups, you can do them solo. They are meant to be done solo, so they're very easy, and you should be able to finish the optional or mandatory setups in around 35 to 50 minutes, depending on how fast you go and how good you are at the setups. So as you can see, I finished all the setups and I'm going ahead to start the heist. So for the approach vehicle, you want to do long fin. Infiltration point, you want to do main dock, doesn't really matter. Compound entry point, you want to do the drainage tunnel. By far, this is the best compound entry point by far. For escape point, this does not matter at all. And the day, I highly recommend switching it to day. It makes it a lot easier to see the guards and all of that. And yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and start up the heist. Okay, so I'm in the heist right now, and as you can see, I am using the long fin. And you want to make your way to the airstrip where I was scoping out those secondary targets. So just make your way over there, just drive the boat over there, and you want to dock it in this area right here where there isn't too many guards. Just go ahead and dock it right here, and the boat will float away, but just remember where you leave the boat so you don't lose it, and you can swim to it later. So you want to make your way to the hangar. There should be one guard over here. It is very easy at the airport. You want to take the forklift to reach the upper level where the good loot is. Go ahead and collect this, and you want to fill up your money bag. You want to fill it all the way up. If you cannot at the airport, just go ahead and find another spot somewhere on the island. And yeah, so I'm just going ahead and looting as much as I can. And just from the loot at the airport, I should be able to fill up my money bag, which is great. And after I do this, I can go ahead and make my way back over to the boat. Remember where you parked your boat? As you can see, it floated away a little bit. No big deal, I just swam to it, took a minute, and now you want to drive the boat over to the compound. So once you're at the compound, you want to go ahead and drive the boat over here and jump out. Press left on the D-pad to turn your rebreather on and swim to the compound tunnel. You should have a blue torch so you're able to go ahead and cut through the gate, and as you can see now I'm in the compound. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the best method to make your way over to El Rubio's loot. So you want to kill the least amount of guards as possible, because the bullion can spot them if they're dead. You want to run over here and kill one of these two guys. They should have the keys. Yeah, so once you're over here, as you can see I got the key, and you want to get the money that is in this mini vault over here. It's around 50 grand. It's definitely worth getting. And if you don't have the gate keys, you can hack through the elevator. Since I do, I'm going down to this one gate over here and going to this gate to hack because it is only one fingerprint. But remember, if you do not have the gate keys, which is very possible to not find them, you can go ahead and hack down through the elevator. It'll just take a little longer to hack. Hacking is very simple. It's all in order. You start from the top and move in the order of the row it is. Very simple. So once I'm in, you're just going to go ahead and steal the primary target. For the bear bonds, all you have to do is type in a code that Pavel texts you. Very simple. And now you can leave the underground part, and you should be able to make your way and take out one of these guards over here, and you should be able to exit the compound very easily. I was in the compound for around 4 minutes. Very easy, guys, to do this. If you mess up, no big deal. You might not get an elite challenge. It's whatever, you just quick restart and try again. Once you leave the compound, you want to kill the first guy out here. There should be a bike next to him. You want to steal this bike and make your way over to the edge of the island. Go full speed and drive off. Once you drive off, go ahead and swim away. That is it. You just have to go ahead and swim away. Make sure you press left on the D-pad to get your rebreather on, and all you have to do is swim away. After swimming for around a minute, you should spawn into the cutscene, and boom, just like that, I have completed the heist. So it's not as much money as it used to be, but I still made over $1 million, which is great. It took me an hour to set up the whole heist. It is very simple, very quick, and this is definitely the best money method. I just made a quick $1 million in an hour. You'll definitely make your money back from the Kusatka very quick. And that is really it, guys. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like button if you want to see more videos like this, and if you have any recommendations for any other videos, go ahead and leave a comment down below so I can maybe generate more ideas for you guys and make more videos. But I really hope you enjoyed this. See you on the next one. Peace.